monkey out of 10. But for real this time, Bloons Tower Defense 6 is a game created by the beautiful people at Ninja Kiwi, released on June 14th, 2018. The game is about, it's in the goddamn name, protecting yourself from balloons, yes balloons, not balloons, balloons with monkey towers. Saying these things out loud really makes you think about society, doesn't it? Anyways, now that you know how the game works, not really, but let's say you do, let's get into some details about it. There is 4, well technically 5 types of towers at play, those being primary monkeys, military magic and support, and heroes as well, those are good too. And all of them have 3 paths of upgrades that go up to tier 5. Some of them have 6, but we'll get into it later. Let's start off with heroes. Currently there is 14 heroes in the game with 21 cosmetics across them, and you can select only one to play with. Of course you can change them once you finish the map. Also you can place only one hero during the game. A little special thing about these little shits is that they level up by themselves during the game, or you can pay a shitload of money to boost their level. Max level of a hero is 20, and all of them usually have 2 abilities that they will receive at a certain level. Some of them have 3 and one has none. Shocker, right? And there are some passive abilities at play as well. Your first hero will be Quincy, a monkey wielding a bow and arrow. It's a funny that one of his lines goes like this.
Are you kidding me? Nothing gets past my bow.
Yes, I agree totally. On level 14, you will get your second hero, Gwendolyn. She has a flamethrower. That's about it. Oh, and a Harley Quinn skin. Best hero, 10 out of 10.
Something tells me a whole lot of balloons are about to die.
Then at level 21, you unlock Striker Jones. He has a rocket launcher and a passive ability to buff your explosive towers at level 4. And last but not least, at level 8 you will receive Aubin Greenfoot. This guy is Ghoul. Look at him. Look at his face! He's like a druid magic user that can summon team trees to your defense, and he buffs other druids. Cool. All other heroes are bought with monkey money, currency you will get well acquainted with. And I don't feel like going over all 21 heroes in one video, so you'll have to do that one by yourself. Moving to the regular towers we have at our disposal, there are 4 other tiers of monkeys, not including the heroes, like I said previously. And all of them have 3 paths with 5 tier upgrades, and you can choose a secondary path that you can only level up to tier 5. Does that make sense? No? Good. So, for instance, this is how we are going to depict your tower's upgrades. Your fresh tower would be 000 tower. Cool. And if you put 2 points in the top tier and bottom tier, it would be 202. Or it can be something like 520 or 032. You get the point. That's the gist of it. Of course, you'll have to unlock these upgrades by earning XP points with certain towers by just using them. So you won't have all of the upgrades when you unlock the tower or when you start playing the game. Alright, let's start with primary monkeys. Life could be dream. This tier consists of towers such as Dart Monkey, Boomerang Monkey, Bomb Shooter, Tack Shooter, Ice Monkey, and a Glue Gunner. You will receive them in that order from level 1 to 6. These are your basic towers. They can do all of it, but usually they can't pop camo and lead at the same time. Some of them can, but it's a bit too expensive for early level. Every single one of them, like I said, have 3 paths with 5 upgrades. And going over all of them, plus all the other towers, would take way too long. So I'm gonna go over some of them, but not all of them. You'll have to go over them yourself. I'm gonna go over my favorite. So for Dart Monkeys, my favorite is Crossbow Master because you can have 2 of them with a certain monkey knowledge. Monkey knowledge is something you will get well acquainted with during your journey on Bloons Tower Defense 6. For Boomerang Monkey or Boomer Monkey, I guess Glaive Lord because he's cool. That guy, he's cool. For Tag Shooter, Tag Zone is amazing for the price, but Inferno Ring just hits different. Bomb Shooter, my personal favorite is Bomb Blitz just because of the name, but a close second is Balloon Crush. Next up, Ice Monkey. I like every single one of the upgrades. I can't choose my favorite. Well, I lied, I actually can. My personal favorite is Icicle Impale.
Nice.
And the last but not least is the Glue Gunner. Kind of a running meme in the game. I like all of his upgrades just for the meme, but my favorite is Super Glue. Now that we got those out of the way, let's move on to the military monkeys, shall we? Military Monkey group consists of Sniper Monkey, Monkey Sub, Monkey Buccaneer, Monkey Ace, Heli Pilot, and Mortar Monkey, and Dartling Gunner as well. Military monkeys, as you could have guessed, have a lot of explosions and a lot of AoE damage. They are unlocked from level 7 to 12, with Dartling Gunner being an exception. To unlock him, you will need to get 500 pops, 500,000 pops from level 20 onwards. I can read. For snipers, I like Elite Defender the most. For sub, Energizer because it lowers the CTs of other abilities. Buccaneer, probably Carrier Flagship because he's cool. For Ace, Sky Shredder also because he's cool. Next up, Heli, probably Apache Prime. For Mortar, I'll go with Pop and Awe. And last but not least, the Dartling Gunner, of course, the MAD or MAD. Magic monkeys are more like fantasy characters that can pop almost everything and can do everything with a few upgrades, but they struggle with one type of balloon, being the purple balloon. Well, not all of them, but they are the only ones that have this problem. Magic monkey tier consists of Wizard Monkey, what a surprise, Super Monkey, Ninja Monkey, Alchemist, and Druids. For Wizard Monkey, my favorite is Archmage. For the Super Monkey, obviously the True Sun God. For Ninja, I like Master Bomber, Alchemist, Permanent Brew, and for the Druids, it's going to be Avatar of Wrath. And finally, we're on the last tier, the Support Tower.
Bananas. Rotate.
Are just support towers. What else do you want me to say? They support you with money and your monkeys with buffs. And do some other stuff. Other cool shit that you might not expect for support towers to do. The towers that can pop balloons usually can pop almost everything with NG, being an exception when it comes to the camos. Anyways, this tier consists of Banana Farm, Spike Factory, Monkey Village, and Monkey Engineer. First of all, Banana Farm, probably the most used tower in the whole game. All of its upgrades are great, but the best one, and my favorite, is Banana Central. You'll probably use this tower a lot. Next up, Spile Factory, as I wrote here, Spike Factory, Perma Spike being the best upgrade, but my favorite is Carpet of Spikes. Next up is Monkey Village. I'll go with Monkeyopolis on this one, and the last one being NG or Monkey Engineer with XXXL or XXXL Trap being my favorite. Finally, we're done with that segment A. Why did I write all of this? I'm a fucking dumbass! But there's a secret power I have been hiding from you all. Power only select few have access to, only the worthy ones can wield, and that power is called the Paragon Towers, also known as 555 Towers or Tier 6. Originally 500 Engineer was called the Sentry Paragon, but they changed his name to Sentry Champion. Shameful. But in return, we have Paragon Towers. Only a few towers have Paragons. Obviously, they cost a shit ton of experience to unlock and a shit ton of money to acquire. Paragon tier, or rather tier 6 towers, only become available for unlock once every other tier of the tower has been unlocked. To unlock it, you will need a large sum of experience points for that tower. There are 5 Paragons in the game currently, those being Apex Plasma Master for Dart Monkey, Glaive Dominus for Boomerang, Ascended Shadow for Ninja, Navarche of the Sea for Buccaneer, Master Builder for the Engineer, and the Goliath Doomship for Monkey Ace. How do you actually summon it, or rather place it? Well, you will need all 3 tier 5 upgrades. That's the minimal requirement to call upon its powers. Having all tier 5 towers and having a lot of money will sacrifice those towers and summon one Paragon for you. Just like heroes, Paragons have their own leveling system that go from 1 to 100. How do you level up is different. Once you summon a Paragon with a certain level, you can't level him up anymore. You must be prepared to get best of the best. You level them up by having more sacrifices. Oh yeah, and when you summon, let's say Apex Plasma Master, all Dart Monkeys on the map will be sacrificed. Forgot to mention that. Based on the amount of pops your sacrifices have and tier of towers they are. And one more cheat code for you all. If you have hero Geraldo equipped at a certain level, he sells Paragon totems. Get some of those as well. Basically what they do, they increase the level of your Paragon once you summon them. The higher the Paragon level, the stronger the tower is. Now, we talked too much about the monkeys. Let's give some love to balloons, not balloons, you dumbass. There are a lot of balloons of different sizes, colors, and shapes. You'll quickly learn about the ranks and colors of the balloons. Starting from beginning, we have black balloons. Of course, I skipped over the ranked balloons because they're just more layers. They're just a little bit tankier and faster. Starting off with black balloons, those are immune to explosions, white balloons immune to ice, purple immune to magic, lead immune to a lot of stuff, usually can be broken with magic or explosions, so immune to like normal projectiles. Zebras immune to cold and explosions. Rainbow balloons or full RGB balloons, they don't have anything special, they're just large, filled with many other balloons. Ceramics that have a protective layer on them, and then we get to the blimps. First blimp you will encounter is MOAB or Moab. We'll just call them that. Moab takes a bit to pop, but you know, still pretty easy. Is filled with a bunch of ceramics. Then we have BFBs filled with 4 Moabs. Then we have ZMGs, even bigger, filled with 4 BFBs. Right after that we have DDTs filled with ceramics and are super fast, plus they have camo properties. And the big boy, BAD or bad, filled with 4 ZMGs and I believe 2 DDTs. Let's talk about varieties of balloons. There is only 3 of those, being camo, which requires you to have towers that can detect camo. Regrow, after one layer has been popped, they will try to regrow that layer and are shaped like a heart. And fortified, that will have 2 bars on them and take a bit more power to pop. Blimps can only be fortified and all other balloons can have all 3 of these properties. Now let's cover some events that you can expect weekly. Well, every day there is a daily challenge, easy and hard mode. With this you can earn some monkey money or something else, depends if there is an event going on. You will see Odyssey pretty often, which is you choose your crew or your towers you want to play with and you have to go through 3 to 5 levels depending on the difficulty. You will earn some monkey money and some trophies for the completion that you can use in trophy store for some cosmetics like avatars, projectile cosmetics, balloon cosmetics. You can turn a fucking Moab into a pufferfish. That's amazing. You have races available where you try to get more points than other players to earn trophies, or well, try at least. But those are quite hard. There is this new mod that I haven't actually tried called Contested Territory, where you have a big map and you compete against other players, monkeys perhaps, and first place gets a lot of goodies. And the last but not least, you have the boss battles, and the best mod in my opinion. Bosses are giant blimps that have special abilities and effects that act just like bosses. You know, I didn't expect for a boss in tower defense to be something, but believe me, it's something. It can be challenging first time around, but if you want a real challenge, you have to do elite difficulty. For the real gamers out there, the rewards are pretty good and they are a fun challenge overall. For now, there are 4 bosses in the game, those being Bloonarius, the Inflator, Gravelord Lich, Vortex, the Deadly Monster of Air, and Dreadbloon, Armored Behemoth. And the final verdict. This game is amazing. For a guy who really doesn't like strategy games or tower defense type games, I fucking love this one. They're still updating it till this day and making it better. A tower defense game having fun and unique bosses, never thought I'd see it. Tier 6 towers that differ from all of the others and give you a real sense of power. Or it might be the monkeys, I don't know, I might just like the monkeys about this game. For me, for real this time, Bloons Tower Defense 6 gets a solid 8.5 out of 10. There could be another tower defense game out there I might like, and it might overtake this one, but I don't think it will happen anytime soon. Oh, did I mention that this game is amazing while you're taking a shit?